Hi everyone. So today we're going to talk about wrist mobility. And so for the most part, we spend a lot of time, and right now even more time, sitting at a computer, having our wrists and our arms in a pretty stationary position, typing, mousing, the wrists and the hands staying in the same spot. This could also apply to people that play piano or people that just find themselves, truck drivers, anybody that's in a very stationary position for extended periods of time. And what we find is that people don't get up and down off the ground a lot. And so when you don't get up and down off the ground a lot, you also don't move your wrists as much. You don't have to be weight bearing on your wrists. So I'm going to show you a sequence today that you can do to help to mobilize and strengthen the wrists. I'm going to put a little disclaimer here and say none of this should hurt, okay? If this hurts, you need to step it back and make sure that you are moving in a pain-free range at all times. There's a lot of very small mobilizers through the wrist. There's a lot of small bones in your hands. You want to make sure that you're not causing any damage, whether it feels good or not. You want to be mobilizing and creating some strength there, not causing pain and potentially causing some damage in there. So we're going to do this on all fours, but I'm going to give you some modifications as we go through so that you can feel some different ways to do it, just in case one way causes you pain. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to shift. We're going to go onto all fours. Now, if being on all fours in this position causes you grief in your wrists already, then you need to sit back and take some of the pressure off of the wrists, okay? I've taught this to people even just having their hands just standing and just putting their hands on the kitchen table or even on the island, depending on how tall you are, bathroom counter or your coffee table, anything like that, where you can control how much weight is actually going into your hands, okay? So you want to spread out your fingers, you want to create some length through the fingers and make sure you've got weight through the hand pretty balanced. So they're your thumbs and all the fingers pressing down into the floor. You're going to just rock. So you're going to rock forward and rock back. And typically it's this lean forward that people don't have a lot of mobility and they'll feel a lot of strain with that compression through the front of the wrist. So we just want to make sure that you're getting that mobility in that, but being in a pain-free range. We're going to create some strength there. So you're going to go 4 or 5 times just rocking back and forth, and then you're going to turn the hands sideways. And again, if this is too much pressure with your shoulders right over your hands, you can walk the hands back and you can do this here, okay? Some people may find they even have to do it way over here where they can shift back and forth and rock from side to side so it is not painful, okay? Then, after 4 or 5 times each way, you're going to turn your hands so they face towards your knees. So this is a lot of mobility through the wrists. You may just want to stay here and not rock back and forth, but there will be movement forward and movement back. Again, you're still pressing down into all the fingers and none of this should hurt, okay? So you could pull the hands back and you can rock back and forth here instead and take the pressure off. The last one is to turn the hands under so that the palms face the ceiling. And you want to rock back and forth in this position as well, but you're not going to put the same amount of weight down into your arms. So you're still going to have more weight in your legs. Again, most people when they begin are going to be way back here, creating that mobility through the wrist. You may find that in this position you can't even straighten your arms initially. And just turning your hands this way, you're gonna have to bend your elbows and let things sink a little bit. As you continue doing it though, you should be able to get the arms straight, and then you should be able to start walking the hands out until you can come back out into that full position, okay? After you're done doing all of those, you're gonna give the wrists some rocking and some mobility this way, and then we're gonna move from the elbows. So you're gonna have hands in front and just weighted, and you're gonna rotate from the shoulder. You're gonna rotate back and forth. So although this movement is coming from the shoulder, it mobilizes all the way down to the wrists. Okay, and you're pressing down into the palms and you're turning, shoulders will go up and they'll go down. Okay, and just creating that mobility from the shoulder through the elbow and down through the hands. You can give your wrists a little turn. Okay, just let them move around a little bit, give them a little bit of a break, and then carry on with your day. It should take you about 2 minutes. Thanks everybody, see you later.